We're Tom and Iz. Us and our cat Gingy Bear.
So we have just finished off at the vet's and it has been a very positive experience.
Alone in a world that's so cold. Maybe I'm just too demanding. Look at you, you cat.
Hi everyone and welcome to our channel. We are Hannah and Jonny, also known as Finding Our Adventure. In 2020 we converted our Ford Transit to live in full time. Since then we've been on an endless adventure with our two cats Tia and Skye, exploring, living and working in our tiny home. Join us each week for a new episode of Finding Our Adventure.
Good morning everybody and welcome to another episode of Finding Our Adventure. You may notice that we're not actually in our van, and if you've been following us for a while you would have known that we've worked several times with Bailey of Bristol Motorhomes, and they've actually given us we had a meeting with them last year and we were discussing ideas of where we'd like to go next, and we both put an idea forward that we could agree on, and that's where we're heading today, but we'll update you more about that later. But yesterday we actually drove to Pembrokeshire in Wales, and we spent the day getting some gas for the van, filling it with water and getting food and getting all the chores ready for the next step of our adventure. Although we've got to go get water again today because we didn't realise that the hot water tank winterisation valve was open, so every time we turned the pump on the water was just gushing out the bottom of the van, so we've got to go fill up again. So yeah. But we can't wait to show you what the next part of our adventure is.
Yeah, we're so excited, and we've got the cats with us and they are really excited because they've had to go through some things to get where we're going. So we will reveal the location very soon.
So fingers crossed it all works out. Last year we did film a tour video of this van, so we'll link that up here if you're interested in see what this van is like throughout. And right now we're going to go try find some more water to fill up again and also get a couple of final supplies before heading on the next part of the adventure.
So where we are going, I'm sure you're wanting to know, is actually Ireland. So we are going from Pembroke Dock in Wales and we are going to be going to Rosslare Port. So we are very excited to be going to Ireland. Neither of us have ever been to Ireland, and we are really excited to explore the coastline there and see. We've heard so many good things and we're just really excited to get on the road there. So we've got 2 weeks there in the Bailey motorhome, and we're planning to do most of the kind of like the south coast of Ireland, but we're going to see how we get on, and we're also hoping to get the cats their very own pet passports for the EU, because it makes it easier for them to travel in the future as well when we go to Europe again in the future. So I've booked them in Cork, and we're hoping that it will be straightforward and we can get them that as well. So our ferry actually was cancelled from Fishhaven? Fishguard. So we are going from Pembroke Dock this morning. We've arrived quite early because we are going to be taking the cats with us, so we just wanted to make sure we've got all the right documentation, and hopefully we've just realised, because on the animal health certificate it said that they were going to be going from Fishguard, so we're hoping that it won't cause a problem with the paperwork and the cats, so hopefully it should be okay. But when we spoke to the vets and they said going from Ireland usually it's quite straightforward and they're quite easy going, so we're hoping that they're in a good mood and everything's going to be fine. So yeah, we are we're a little bit nervous about this because we've never done it before, but we're excited to get on the ferry and head over to Ireland. Just checked our animal health certificate forms and I realised that it only says where the destination for the cats is. It doesn't actually show where you're departing from, so that is good news. Hopefully that should mean that it's all straightforward and we should all be okay. So yeah, just thought I would update you for people that are looking into this. It's quite a straightforward process. Maybe we'll go into it.
Very expensive process.
Very expensive process. Maybe we'll go into it in a bit more detail when we go to the vets for the pet passport as well, because I'm sure some of you might find that interesting as well. But yeah, it was quite a straightforward process for the cat, and it's quite easy, so just very expensive. So the guy just came over and told us we are booked on the ferry, so that is really good news, and he's just checking that the cats are on there as well. So we are about to board soon.
They're obviously going to check us, aren't they? Yeah. So we have just come through the like kind of like a border force, like customs area, and so they took us out of the van. They did like a body search and checked Hannah's handbag, which we thought was a bit weird because obviously we've got a van full of bags and stuff, so I'm not sure what Hannah's handbag's supposed to have in it.
Just a spot check.
Just a spot check, isn't it? They didn't check any of our documents. We told them there's cats on board. She said cool, and that's it. So we're just waiting in line now to get on the ferry. But other than that, I don't think they're actually going to check anything. We've got all our tickets, haven't we? So yeah, so far, nice simple process. So we'll update you once we actually get onto the ferry and tell you if there's been any more checks.
And they gave us a little
Paw.
car thing with a pet's paw on it.
Do we need to turn this the other way around, I think, so they can see?
Probably.
Yeah, because that's for us. This side facing you, yeah.
Are you ready to go across to Ireland? We are finally boarding the ferry. We've had a bit of a wait, waiting for all of the lorries to get on the ferry, and yeah, it's just taken a while to get on board, but we are piling on now, and there's a bit of a queue, so hopefully we will be off into the sea soon. So we've just come off the ferry and we were told to come to customs to go and get the paperwork checked.
It's the agricultural team, isn't it?
So yeah, so it's the Department for Agriculture. So later vets just come and checked all of the paperwork, and actually we scanned the cats for their microchips. So luckily they both scanned, and she's gone to go and stamp our paperwork now. So we're hoping that it's all okay. So the paperwork hopefully has all been worth it. And the cats, poor bless them, one of them was sick, so we came back to sick on the floor, which wasn't very nice. So they're a bit traumatised. Yeah, a bit traumatised from the journey, so we've given them lots of cuddles and snuggles, and
Tia's been super affectionate.
Yeah, Tia's been like, literally as I came off, she's just been like sat in my lap, which she never does, like never ever, and she's just had her head like rested on my arm.
And
so
Skye, you can probably just see her nose there.
Yeah.
She's been hiding up there since we've been here. So we're gonna go find a park up.
Yeah, and give them lots more cuddles, and because the journey was a little bit rough, it was quite like, even we felt a bit sick, but we weren't sick. So yeah, we're gonna have a early night, I think.
Good morning, everybody. We've had a lovely night's sleep. We actually stayed basically in the ferry port car park last night because we got in quite late. Obviously, like Hannah said last night, the cats were sick on the ferry and they just needed a bit of a break. So we went to the animal department, where we had to basically, animal customs, where we had to declare them and show them all the documentation, which they passed fine. And today we're going to drive to Cork because we actually have a vet's appointment there to get them issued with EU pet passports, so that we can come in and out of the EU much easier in the future. So that's our plan today. We're just packing up and we're going to hit the road.
51551 is the taxi.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's cheap. I wonder if this fits.
So this morning we stopped off at a petrol station to, I don't know if you can hear that squeaky noise in the background. It's a toy that my sister and brother-in-law got the cats for Christmas, and it just squeaks every, like, I don't know how, every bump we go over it's like squeak squeak. So anyway, we stopped at a petrol station to find somewhere to fill up the LPG gas slow system that this motorhome has, and turns out we didn't have an adapter because in Ireland, and I think for the EU, most of
every different country,
yeah,
the EU is not standard.
Right, so all the different European countries have their own adapters. So we learnt that today, basically trying to find where to get a adapter. So we were heading to Cork anyway for the cats to get their EU pet passport, and on the way we found a gas shop. It was called Cork Gas, and they were really friendly, really nice, and they were able to give us an adapter. I don't know if we've got it here. I'll show you it. So this is what it looks like, and it cost us €10.
Yep.
€10, so not bad. We thought it was going to be a lot more than that. So we are really happy. We're going to head to Cork now and get the cats their EU pet passports. We've made it to Cork. What are your impressions of Cork?
It's very nice. It's really nice that the sun's out again today, so yeah, it makes everything feel nicer, and it's nice and warm outside. Really starting to feel like spring. Actually,
Yeah.
It's March now, isn't it? So it is almost spring.
And it's pancake day today.
And it's pancake day today, so we're just trying to find a car park to park at to get to the vets, and we think the one that we're going to park at the marina looks a bit iffy and a bit close. We weren't sure, so we're going to go to the train station car park instead, which is actually a lot closer to the vets. So we hope we can fit in there, get the cats all sorted, and then we're going to head off and meet some friends that we've never actually met before.
Make some new friends.
Yeah. Well, we've been friends on social media for a while, but we're going to go meet them for the first time, and we'll show you who they are later.
So we have just finished off at the vets, and it has been a very positive experience. We were able to get both the cats their EU pet passports, so we are really relieved that we've been able to get that all sorted out today. Not so relieved about the cost. It cost €100 each for them both to get their passports, so quite pricey, but it means that now it will be a lot easier when we're travelling from two different countries in Europe. So we're really happy about that. We're now making our way to the coast as the sun is absolutely scorching. It was so nice. I'm even in my flip-flops and we are on our way to meet Isabel and Tom. So yeah, I forgot to mention who Iz and Tom are. So yeah, they have been travelling Ireland for the last few months, and they've been going along the Wild Atlantic Way, and we've been watching them on YouTube. So they have some amazing videos on there which we've been watching, and it's been inspiring us for our travels here in Ireland. So we're really excited to see them, maybe get a few tips on where to go, and I think we're planning to try and see if we can find a fish and chips because the weather is so nice. So yeah, really excited to go and meet them and get to the coast. That is amazing.
Should we just
So we've just met up with Iz and Tom, and they are going to show us around their van. So let's have a look. Hey guys!
Hello!
Welcome to the van. Oh, I'm Iz. That's Tom.
That's Tom.
This is Labamba. She's our prized possession.
Bring on showing your possession.
Yeah. Welcome. This is our little van. We've got our kitchen, our bed that pulls out into a
So that's the
double bed, and it's also a sofa in the day.
And then
This
we've
is
got
so
these little
spacious in here. Yeah.
tables that fold up.
This is where we do our work. Got one each. We have a dinner for two.
Yeah. You've got 2 days.
You know what I actually like about it as well is that you can have like 6 people if you want, like 4 there, 2 there, and have it. You can have a game.
Yeah.
It's very so, like, because most people when they have like the fixed bed or the like side bits, then that's easier, isn't it? You just go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you make the tables, or were they like
They're
that?
just
These
like
are
IKEA.
IKEA.
IKEA jobby.
IKEA straight in. The kitchen unit straight
IKEA.
to IKEA.
Because you know what we
IKEA.
realised, the price of the wood.
So guys, we've just had a lovely evening with Tom and Isabel. We've stayed up really late just chatting and having a good time together, and we've had pancakes and Hannah's made fajitas and we're all really nice and stuff now, and we're just going to get the bed ready, head to bed.
We're parked on the beach.
Yeah, we're on the beach, so we're going to wake up at the beach tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go on a walk and do some other good stuff, but we're going to head to bed now because we're pretty tired, so we'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning everybody. We've woken to a completely different day this morning. It's a lot more misty and wet compared to yesterday's beautiful sunshine, but I think we're all going to get up this morning and we're going to go on a hike and we're going to enjoy our first proper day in Ireland with Tom and Isabel. So yeah, we're going to go on a nice hike and see what there is to explore. So last night we stayed at this beach park up. I think this is called Red Beach. And yeah, it was beautiful when we arrived yesterday. The sun was just setting, so we sat on the beach for a little bit before having dinner. And it's really nice and misty this morning, so it looks just as beautiful this morning, but just in a very different way. I'm not sure if we mentioned yesterday either, but we'll link Tom and Isabel's channel down below. They are Lost in Transit. If you haven't watched them, go give them a like and a subscribe, because their content's really good.
Good morning everybody. I probably look really rough because I didn't sleep very well last night, but we are having hot chocolate this morning and it's so nice. We've woken up to like literally on the beach, seaside views, so life couldn't get any better. And I think we're going to be going for a walk today. It's a bit grey and like not as nice as yesterday, but we've got all the gear so we can make sure we've got all our waterproofs on, and yeah, looking forward to getting outside, get some fresh air. Tia, Tia, come here. Making sandwiches for our walk this morning. I think we're going to go on like a woodland walk. So I don't think we're going to get much views this morning because it's a bit drizzly. So we've had a bit of a walk on the beach with the cats, which has been really nice. And then I'm going to go for another little walk. I think I'm ready for my afternoon. I need a nap later, I think. It was a late one last night. We were up quite late. Not late, used to late nights, so yeah. Your fans. Oh. She doesn't like bite either or chew. She just swallows
them whole.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Taste the
There's
chicken.
another
one.
So this morning we're off on a walk. We're doing a little loop around, is it Long Strand Beach?
I said on
What's the Long Strand?
Long Strand.
So yeah, we're just parked up at just on the hill up there. There's a nice little park up with a good view, and we are going for a walk around the woods. So it's kind of cleared up a little bit now, so we're ready with our waterproofs, but we don't need them at the moment. So yeah, looking forward to a nice walk. So apparently that's one of the tallest memorial crosses in Ireland.
It is the tallest.
It is the tallest. And it's had to be braced because there's like cracks that are going up the side of it. But it's very impressive, and Jonny now wants one when he dies.
I expect that as the absolute minimum when I die, to Hannah's build me the biggest cross in England. Biggest memorial cross in England, please.
For a collision in the night, to really live
Oh, I see. Where are we?
So we're here.
Oh,
so
yeah.
just come up from the beach up to here.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go along here, down around there, up around there, and down, and back for coffee.
Perfect. Can you open a bottle for me? Don't look too tight.
Moments pass, make this one count. Untie. You're so good at dragging yourself down. Why? Well, there ain't much time left to figure things out. Deep underneath all the laser, your doubts. There's a heart gone out of rhythm in despair.
So we've made it to the church, and it's like a big ruin with lots of gravestones around it. So we've just been walking around and reading some of the gravestones, and it's just got an amazing view out over to the sea over there, and it's starting to brighten up, so maybe we'll get some sun later, maybe go to the beach, I don't know. But yeah, it's really cool. Like the woods here as well, they're all covered in moss, and the mist has cleared a little bit, so it's not as spooky, but really cool. And it's like a square turret, isn't it? So it's like, where did you say it's from?
Pretty sure the shape of the turret shows you how old it is, like what era it comes from. But I can't remember exactly.
But we don't know what era.
We'll have to Google it later.
But yeah, it's like the building as well is covered in moss, and the roof as well is covered in like grass. So it's being taken over by nature.
You got the white knuckles holding on it tight, keeping your feelings bottled up inside. Head.
So we're almost at the end of our walk, and we've just come across a section of the path that is basically a river or a lake. So we're trying to get through it without getting too wet. And we're almost there, I think, but we don't know how long it goes on for, because it goes on quite a way down there. So I think we're going to try to cut through the field and then get around it. Wish us luck. Okay, so we've made it through the water. We've cut around the field, and the path was totally flooded, so it was a good choice to cut through the field. We've just made it to the fish basket, and we're going to get a drink and just chill because we finished our walk, and I think we all deserve something nice and tasty.
So we just got back from, well, we've actually finished the walk. We went to the coffee shop, which was really, really nice, just by the beach, and we're now back in the motorhome, and we are making sushi. So we are actually making it all from scratch, aren't we? So we're making veg sushi, we've got carrots, cucumber, avocado, and broccoli. So yeah, really excited to make some sushi.
So I would cut them in 3. So because
Tom.
One thing at a time. I can't cut both directions at once.
You will be cutting
yeah,
them
of
all.
course.
Okay.
6. I know what a stick is as well.
Do you guys have a chopping board?
Yes.
Yes,
Do you mind? Oh, of course you've got your.
Just
This is what they really like off camera, so
down
don't be fooled by their channel.
It should be just in there if you look underneath the plate.
Oh, right. I'm at a sushi party in Jonny and Hannah's van. Woohoo! Sushi party. Got all of the bits here. Look at that. Wow. It's a good like
The squeeze definitely helps.
food. It'd be good.
Is the juice worth the squeeze?
The sushi squeeze.
So the sushi is made. We've got it. We've been working hard for quite a long time now, haven't we? Like an hour. Rolling away. It's hard life on the cliffs, and we have got such a spread. Check it out. Whoa. The cats want to take part.
Yeah, the cats are like.
Right.
I was like, okay.
Yeah, hurry up. And the
So,
pressure
like-
got to us, and we did, and honestly,
What did you sing?
we sang like this song called "This Is."
we've just filled up on sushi, which was so delicious, and we're now heading to a campsite. We're hoping that they're open. We tried to call and they didn't pick up, so we're hoping that we can go to a campsite. Just means that it will be easier for us because we're trying to go to a pub tonight which has live music, and so it's in Clonakilty, and the car park situation there is not so great for bigger vehicles, so we're thinking we can stay in a campsite which is just like a few minutes walk from the town centre. So we're going to head there now and hope it's still open and head to the pub later. So Iz and Tom have come back into our home, and she's made us brownies which smells so good. We're just letting them cool down for a little bit, and then I think we're going to tuck in, and then after that I think we're going to head to the pub for some live music. So we might fall asleep but we're going to hope the brownies will give us enough sugar to go and enjoy it, so so that'll be good. I think that's why she like eats the crumbs and stuff. Look at you and your cat. You just need her on a shot.
Yeah. We are just on our way to the pub now, and this is a terrible idea because I've just put the camera light on and I can't see anything, so we'll pick this up in a minute.
How can you just leave me standing alone in a world that's so cold? Or maybe I'm just too demanding. Maybe I'm just like my father, too bold. Maybe I'm just like my mother, but she's never satisfied. And why do we scream at each other? And this is what it sounds like when the doves cry. Don't cry, so the Lord's only gonna break your heart. Don't cry.
Good morning everybody. We got in quite late last night from the pub after listening to some live music, which was amazing. The people in Ireland are so friendly. We were just chatting to everybody in the pub, and it was a great night. But yeah, we've all slept in a little bit this morning. We decided to stay at this campsite which is on a farm, just so it was easier with the vans. Obviously having the cats and everything, it was going to be much easier in trying to find parking in the little town, and there really was very limited amount of parking. So yeah, it just made more sense for us to park at this campsite and be able to walk to the pub and walk back, and without having to worry about everything. So yeah, that's really good. We've woken up to beautiful sunshine again, so we're excited to head off to the Dingle Peninsula, I think, today, where we're going to go explore. Well, we're going to drive there and then we're going to explore and then work our way back to this area over the next week or so. And yeah, I mean, it's just been a beautiful morning so far. We've got up, we're getting ready, and then we're going to hit the road. Also, Tom and Iz like Tia and Skye so much that they've adopted the farm cat, and I think the farm cat is still in their van. So yeah, if you head on over to their channel, you never know, they might now be cat van lifers too.
Well, I don't know if it's definitely a boy, but we're assuming the odds.
This is Tom and Iz's adopted cat.
Tiny pet.
Tiny van cat.
He lives on the farm and he just oh.
Do you just bite yours?
No, we're just getting to know each other. He does seem. I think he just like.
Does he not like his back being?
Maybe not.
They were like. It's like he's such a smiley cat. I know.
He's really enjoying himself. We're Tom and Iz. Us and our cat Gingy Bear.
So guys, we're just packing up now. We're going to head off, and as I said earlier, we're going to head to the Dingle Peninsula, so we're going to say goodbye to Tom and Iz here. So if you haven't seen their channel, don't forget to go subscribe, because they create such nice, wholesome, happy content, and they're just so easy to watch.
You'll feel good watching.
And you'll feel, yeah, definitely feel good. So we're going to say goodbye now, and then we're going to hit the road.
That was too kind, you made a blush.
Oh, guys.
Cheers guys, it's been so nice,
Yeah, it's been so nice
getting to know you, meeting you and sharing some tips as you're going on the Wild Atlantic Way, just
Yeah,
finishing,
I know,
passing on the baton.
It feels a bit
Quite
poignant.
nice.
They're like, yeah, you're
Yeah.
starting and we're finishing it.
Yeah, would have been nice if we could have done it a bit longer, but at least we got to see each
It's
other.
still here and we'll be back again one day.
Yeah.
And then we'll come and find you in Cornwall or something.
Yeah, that'd be really good, I'd love that.
And I'm excited to see what you get up to in Dingle.
Yeah, we'll be watching along, so.
Yeah.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
See you soon.
Stay safe,
Bye.
bye.
So we've just said goodbye to Tom and Ears, and we are heading to the Dingle Peninsula today. It's about 2.5 hour drive, but we are gonna make a couple of stops on the way, I think. And the weather is just amazing. I think the next couple of days are supposed to be like this, so we're heading to the coast and hopefully get a good sunset.
We've made it all the way to the Dingle Peninsula on the Wild Atlantic Way, and we really hope you've enjoyed this week's episode of our time so far in Ireland. We can't wait to take you along on the rest of our adventure, so join us next week as we continue our Wild Atlantic Way adventures, and we can't wait to show you what we get up to. So please like and leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week.
Thank you.